Hey everyone, the Madonna and Monica show. So Monica's got some great news. Oh, yeah?
Yes. Yeah.
How long since you fit into this dress?
About 43 years.
43 years since Monica's fit into this dress. How amazing is that? So what's the total weight loss now?
42.
Wow,
Yeah,
42 kilos.
Give or take.
27 rounds of HCG and Cannon. Only joking.
That's probably that.
But you're loving your newfound intermittent fasting as well.
I just love it.
Which is much of a mind game as anything, isn't it?
Yeah.
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 So, around 43 years ago, when all of the weight started coming on, what was going on in your life?
I just got married and
Just got married, yeah.
went on the pill and put on a stone within a month.
Yeah,
That was
right.
it.
So hormonal weight
Yeah.
instantly. Yeah, the pill, yeah, absolutely. Because it's really hard for the liver to metabolize.
Yeah.
And it was really strong, like going back 43 years ago, it was actually a lot stronger than what we get these days. Okay, so what I might ask then is around releasing anion or xenoestrogens, which might be why your inflammation's up a little. Oh, it's only a fraction.
Yeah.
But that xenoestrogen fat, like that's yucky. You know, it's not okay. Okay, well let me just ask in relation to anion or xenoestrogens. And hold up. Okay. And hold. And hold. And hold.
There's M complex in it.
And hold. Yes. So the immune system doesn't know what to do with them, so that could be just ping-ponging around in the body.
Okay.
Let's see, because it was stressful at the time as well, 43 years ago. Right. So we'll also see whether there's survival stuff linked in with everything that you were going through at the time. So it didn't stop with putting one stone on, I imagine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, adrenals, survival. Oh,
Because by the time
Deep
I
survival.
got pregnant, I was almost 20 kilos.
hidden deep survival. Yeah, right. So you got some other frocks you're planning on pulling out?
Yes, I've got another one that I was going to wear today. It's a little bit heavier and I want to be close to go.
Yeah, nice.
And I'm wrapped with this one.
Oh, so cool.
Because I could have thrown it out, but I just love it.
Yeah.
So,
How cool is that?
Yeah.
Do we need to have any goals online? Do we need to do anything else before getting into the deep end survival? There's something we need. Okay, what do we need? Do we need ego defense mechanisms, developmental directory? No. Do we need anything with these little guys? No. Anything with these little guys? Okay, so I'm going into the amygdala emotion chart. Oh, okay. So instantly it comes up in relation to fear and shame. Okay.
well, after losing all that weight, I didn't really like putting it on so quick.
Yeah, right. Yep. Yeah.
So I just lost 33
Yeah. Yes.
to get married and then
Yeah,
Go
to
straight
put
on
on
the
a
pill
stone. Yep.
take far out.
And at the time, that 33 kilos, that was about going up the stairs and that sort of thing,
Yeah.
wasn't it? So you had some really good
9
habits.
flights of the stairs. And,
Yeah.
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 And I was still trying to do that even when I was putting on the weight because I thought if I keep the exercise up, I'll might come off.
Yeah, right. So as that weight was coming on, do you remember how you felt?
Yeah, because he kept saying, "Well, can't you lose the weight?"
Yeah, right.
So
That-
see,
right.
he didn't know me as fat, whereas
Yes.
I've been fat all my life.
Yes.
So yeah,
And in those days, it wouldn't have been known about hormonal weight. You know, it wasn't a regular thing to understand.
yeah,
Yeah, right. So with the fear, it's sort of stuff like making you wary, making you feel vigilant, making you feel apprehension. So, because you never knew what he was going to say to you.
No, and the fear of falling pregnant, you know.
Ah, right.
That too,
Yes.
you know. What do I go off it? And I didn't want kids straight away.
Yeah, yeah. How old were you?
26.
Yeah. And then the shame. Yeah, right, feeling humiliated. So that's that shame laid on you.
Mm. But then I had a lot of that myself too, because
Yeah.
I didn't like what was happening now to what had just happened.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, feeling humiliated and embarrassed.
Yeah.
Mm.
I lost that 33 kilos in 18 months.
That's amazing. Well done.
And it was all the stairs.
Yeah. And you were young.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
you were drug free at that
That's
stage
right,
before you were, yeah.
Yeah.
So the same sort of thing, of course, can happen with, you know, antidepressants and all sorts of things.
Yeah.
So once again, I'll stack that in with the adrenals and the survival and deep survival and hidden deep survival. Okay, do we need anything else on board before we kick in? Still something else? Okay. What else do we need? Okay. Okay. Oh, excellent. Can't fall any further. Right. So some of the psychoneural points are jammed. So they are little spots around the body. Okay. These little guys, number 6. Ah, and you never stood up for yourself? Okay. So the psychoneural point number 6, which is in underneath here, it's about how you express yourself and stand up for yourself. So that got shut down at the time. And there's another one out here, so about here. And that's genetically determined emotional complexes. Your mum didn't stand up for herself either, did she? Right. So it's often about family karma or family genetic emotional things.
Well, you're married now, so.
You made your bed.
Yeah, laying it there.
Yeah. No, just those 2. Okay. Anything else we need before we kick on in? Yay! Okay, so let's go. Let's go. So, is there celestial circuit out of whack? 43 kilos. That's amazing.
Yep.
42. Sorry.
Yes. So it's close to 45.
Yeah, it's so fabulous. So is it 42 kilos and 42 years ago?
43 years ago.
43 years ago and 42 kilos. Wow.
And I've done that virtually in the last 5 or 6.
Yeah. Yes. And obviously, the better your relationship with food becomes.
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's, now that's what it's
That's right.
about.
Mm-hmm.
You're having a good life, so you no longer need to reward yourself with food.
No, that's right. No, I have facials and massages and
Yeah.
all that.
Not that we shouldn't enjoy life.
That's right.
Kidney energy. So there's so the celestial circuit, it's off to the right, which is the doing, so you're doing well.
Mm-hmm.
But at the time, even though you were doing the usual stuff, it didn't work.
Yeah.
So there's that exhaustion doing the right thing when it's not working.
Yeah.
But that's also, has your hip been playing up at all?
No.
You're right, okay. So I'm just this could just be relating to kidney energy, which is about fear, threat, danger. You know, which when you're being attacked all the time, that's what it feels like. And hold up. And hold up. And hold up. No.
Don't want to do it.
Nope. Has this been one of your goal dresses?
Hey?
Has this been one of your goal dresses?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, so with this celestial circuit being off to right, it's just that old pain and punishment circuit. And just another layer there.
Lay me down.
Lay me down. Your mum never picked on your weight?
No.
Ah, cool.
She was my best mate.
Good stuff. Because, you know, we've chatted about that ACEs study before, where there's trauma in childhood and it messes with our genes. So if we don't have a weight issue, it's more luck than good management. It's like the genes are just waiting, you know, to
See,
be.
it's the same thing that mum and dad, their relationship ended up being the same as Les and I, and
Yeah.
you know, because I guess you're not learning the right way in the first place, so I don't know.
Yeah, you wouldn't have had a good role model
Yeah,
combo. And you probably did just create the same.
yeah. And mum would never walk out, and I would never walk out, so he walked out, so yes,
Yeah,
have
that's
freedom.
right. Took you a while to get to that spot though. Did the house feel better immediately once he left, even though you were brokenhearted and you would have stayed till the end? Did the house feel
Yes.
lighter, calmer, easier?
Yeah. Because I still had the kids there,
Yeah.
and we just got on so well together. Like
What a concept.
we'd go to each other's bedroom and just lay there, the three of us, and there was one night there was a storm, there was lightning, there was thunder and everything. We're still there at 2 o'clock in the morning just talking, watching the thunder and lightning.
Sound of music.
Yeah.
These are a few of my favourite things.
Yeah. So then we'd go to somebody else's bed and another night and just have a chat, and you know, it could be 2 o'clock in the morning before we decide that we're going back to our own.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Do you even recognise yourself when you see your old photos?
No, the thing is,
Because I was just looking how much your face has changed.
I was walking up at the Hyperdome there, and they've got like a mirrored wall, and I thought, gee, that lady looks like me. And I thought, oh, it is you.
That's fantastic. Oh, that's really good.
I'm only
like
going to
that.
put on a couple of kilos, and I feel as though I've got 40 back, you know, so, and I think in thinking that way, I'm never going to put it back on. I sort of, you know, once you get to 2 or 3, you sort of think, I know.
Yeah.
And do the right thing, so.
Yeah. And now you've got Dr. Eric Berg on your side.
Yes.
You know, just keep listening to him for motivation
Yeah.
around intermittent fasting and.
I'm going to try and do it once a month
Yeah, cool.
for
72 hours or
48 to 72.
Okay. Yep.
Whatever.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Do you remember as kids doing the 40-hour famine? You know, sort of just with barley, barley sugar.
Yeah.
Getting sponsors.
Yeah. 40's easy. I find 40 easy
Yeah.
because you're sleeping most of the time.
Monica did a 100-hour fast.
Yeah.
Last week?
Last week.
Last week. And then a 72.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a bit naughty when I come off the 100.
Yeah.
Well, what's that? Nearly 5 days without food, so
Mm.
I did have a few more treats than I should have.
Yep. And just always remember, the one really bad naughty food, if you don't suppress that meal again, the inflammation, can keep the inflammation going for up to 42 days. So one really bad, sugary, fatty, blissful meal can just keep it going, which is why having that steak day or the apple day or the 500 calorie day or doing your intermittent fasting, that quenches the inflammation again.
Away,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I remember hearing that years ago by Dr. Jeffrey Bland. I'm like, 42 days? Really?
Oh, he's come up too on the videos.
Yeah, I love him.
There's another one, Jason Fong.
Oh, Jason Fong,
Yeah.
he's also into intermittent fasting, isn't he?
Yeah. Because once you put it in intermittent fasting, you just get all different people coming up too.
Nice.
So you just get another,
Perspective.
yeah.
It's all about learning.
Mm.
So I think with your mum, because she suppressed her, probably her consciousness during her marriage so that she could get through, I think that genetically came through to you because the pattern's feeling very similar to your parents
Okay.
in what's, Do you know when she started putting on weight?
I don't know. I've never known her as slim, but then she was 37 when I was born. So,
Yeah, right.
yeah.
Yeah, so at the time, it shut down your, okay, let me find out. Yeah, so at the time it shut down your oxytocin and dopamine, so then it's hard to feel loved, it's hard to give love, and it's hard to feel motivated and picked up.
Yeah.
So firstly, in relation to oxytocin, which is why we need hugs.
Do you think that's still there?
What's that?
Not loved.
This is a 42-year-old pattern we're working on today. So no, these days I'm sure you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, see, the grandkids don't hug or anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Will they hug you if you ask them for a hug?
Oh, yeah, I suppose.
But no, it's not given easily.
No. Aston feels guilty and he will, but not that regard.
Has it worsened with COVID?
No, it's always been.
Okay. And let's check dopamine. And hold. Yeah, so these days, when the motivation goes down, that's when you want to eat, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's that artificial high that we get from food. Good stuff.
I'm still not, 100% talking up either, you know. I sort of still suppress my feelings some of the time too, so,
Okay.
yeah. More so to family.
Okay.
And I think maybe, I don't know, I sort of think about it sometimes, I think, maybe it's because I might hurt their feelings.
Yeah.
Whereas outside, if you state your thing and your friends don't like you anymore, too bad.
Yeah.
But your family, you've got to have, haven't you?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I think.
Yeah, listening to a couple of doctors talking this morning, and one of them, there's something going on the planet that neither of these doctors agree with, and one of them said, well, I've just got to have those discussions with my family and say, I'm not going to have anything, you know, sort of energetically, if they get maimed or damaged, they're not going to take them on and look after them for the rest of their life. And I thought, wow, what a conversation to have.
I've got kids this weekend.
Yay! Fantastic.
I was out of the blue.
So what are you going to get up to?
I was going to take them, they want to go to the arcade, you know, those games in the arcade. So
Oh, yeah?
I'm going to take them there. whatever they want to do, I'm ready.
Cool.
They have,
stuff.
they have to come to church with me on Sunday because
Yeah.
I'm on a couple roster.
Yeah.
I said, do they mind doing that? I said, if they don't mind doing that, I can have them all day Sunday, so they're going to a party or something, so. I said,
Lovely.
yeah, I can have them most Saturday and Sunday, so.
How old are they now?
9 and 11. Oh, nearly 9.
Yeah.
It's 9 in May, so.
Cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the teenage hormones will be kicking in early these days, I reckon.
And the house is coming along, so.
Very
I'll be in
good.
my new house.
Are they addicted to screen stuff, or are they
Yeah.
pretty good with you? Yeah, right.
They come out with me, they're not allowed to take them.
Yeah, cool. There is
So
more
how
to
about
life.
we have some Nana and grandkid child
Yeah,
time?
yep.
There's no technology at my place anyway.
Good. It's the safest way to be.
Yeah. Oh, I have to go down and they've got to sleep at home, so that's fine. I can't sleep at my house, but it's okay.
Why not? Oh, there's no room, or
Aston gets allergies, so,
Okay.
you know. That's okay.
just easier.
Yeah.
Okay, so those survival patterns have calmed. Your adrenals are doing better. I'm going to go conscious brain now and just see if there's
Okay.
anything else jumping up and down in there. Ah, okay. So there's a part of the brain that's the auditory integrate. This is self-talk. So on those self-talk days.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, just slowly.
And the problem is with abusive partners is that when they say stuff, then those thoughts go round and round in our head, even if it's not true.
Yeah.
It becomes part of our
Well,
own
hang on, if
dialogue.
you're told the same thing day in and day out for like 20 odd years,
Mm-hmm.
don't you think it's going to stick there?
Mm-hmm. That's what Pretty Woman says.
And
She
then
says,
when-
yeah, the bad stuff is easier to believe.
Yeah. And then someone says something nice to you and you think, no.
Mm.
Takes you a long time to.
Yeah. Because
So
now
you
you
see
know
that.
that
Yeah.
when we accept a compliment and receive it fully, we actually
Yeah.
release oxytocin.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So we get that little buzz of
Yeah.
happiness
getting
and
better,
care.
yeah.
Yeah. And hold.
I think the good thing is I don't see him very often at all, so
Yeah. These days, how do you feel when you see him?
I don't shake anymore.
Yeah.
For years, I used to shake.
Really?
every
You
time
had
I see him.
anxiety every time you saw him.
My legs would actually shake,
Wow. Oh my goodness.
and I'd nearly stutter. You know, I just couldn't get words out.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. So
Mm.
yeah, the last 3 times I've seen him. Yeah, as I said, we don't see each other that often. Yeah, I've been okay. But I think I feel better in my own skin now because
Mhm.
I don't have that fat thing that he thought, that he always said I had. So I'm just me now.
Yeah.
So I don't care what he says. And when he said, when he didn't know me the last time, he says,
Got out.
"You're not losing any more weight." And I said, "Yep, I am losing some more." I think that's what's pushing me more to 45 now.
Yeah. Yeah, so with him, this is what it's telling me, there was always like a fear of failure because he dumped on so much shame onto you.
Yeah.
Then there was that fear of failing, which of course doesn't help us.
Yeah.
That doesn't help us at all. No, I love the energy you've got these days. It's more about motivation and
Yeah.
about beating your own
Yeah.
bests.
Yeah.
You know, the number of steps per day or the number of hours you fasted
I think
or...
I'm up to about 13 now.
Yeah, right, 13,000, good,
Yeah.
good.
Oh, yesterday I was under the 10 and I thought, oh, I'm not going to get 10. So I'll take the dog for another walk in the afternoon. We got just around the corner and it started to pour down rain and I thought, no, I'm not going back just yet. No, actually, no, we got down near the bridge. And I thought, oh, will we go back? I didn't want
Did you?
to
What did
wet.
you do?
Yeah, I sort of went back. But I still did 13,000 this day
Well done.
in the end.
Yeah, I was out on the bike with Teddy yesterday morning. I started pelting down.
Yeah,
Oops.
that's right. I got around the corner and I got my 10,000 popped over. That's right, but I went out to the bridge, so. She sort of wrapped it. She's going to take me for another one. And then she's back again this morning. Yes. 4:45 on the road today. Because I had aqua today, so.
These seem to be different. So these perineural points are still showing up. So let's explore. Okay. How one expresses oneself and stands up for self. These days though, you're less likely to do anything you don't want to do, aren't you?
That's right.
Do you feel guilty about that?
Not very often.
Okay, good.
Not very often. I won't say no, but
Yeah.
not very often.
But it's not your big thing these days
Yeah,
like it used to
yeah.
be.
Sometimes I feel sorry for people and I think, oh, no, I can't say no.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. So around saying no, there's a little bit of fear. It's really minus. And it's saying that occasionally there's like a little bit of carelessness with the words you use. So now my thought with that is, occasionally if someone wants to book in with me, and because I'm always 4 to 6 weeks booked out, it's like, well, I'm 4 to 6 weeks booked, and especially if it's something acute and so I'll just sort of make an offhand comment which can stop the dialogue with them discussing something with me because they can't wait 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So, like, for me, that would fit in that category of me just carelessly,
Yeah.
which I don't mean to put their health problems aside, but
Yeah. But on the other hand, you can only do what you can do.
on the other hand, exactly. And I know you have your weeks
Mm.
well and truly organised these days.
That's right. Oh, it's more of the deck painted yesterday.
Oh, how's it looking?
Yeah, it's looking alright.
Excellent.
And I've organised I've run someone to see if they'll give me a quote about doing the top coat. So if I do all the undercoat, and then they come along and do the top coat.
Yeah?
Because I want it to be perfect. I want something to be perfect.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So the neck, it's about strength, it's about, having a good head on your shoulders, ha-ha.
Yeah.
But the neck muscles relate to the stomach energy, and stomach is about sympathy and empathy, so I suppose,
Okay.
sort of,
Yeah.
not sure what that's got to do with this, but
Well, the other day, there was a lady that I work with that's shifting house and nobody'd help her. And, like, we don't really get on. And I said, well, if you need a hand. And I thought, God, you're stupid. Anyway, she didn't. I think her son ended up helping her. But,
Yeah.
And I think it's her attitude towards people. That's what her attitude towards me is. She thinks she knows everything,
Yeah.
and yeah.
So you don't get a good buzz around her.
No, that's right. But I don't have to work with her anymore.
Exactly. You don't need to align yourself with people like that anymore.
I've got my good teams now, so
Yeah.
I'm happy with what I've got now.
So whatever we've cleared there, that has moved.
Yep.
Now still something with this one. So this one was genetically determined. Okay, so genetically determined emotional complexes. So family karma, family genetics, family emotional patterns. Okay.
Could that be Amanda as well?
Oh,
Because
absolutely.
like she married someone like her father too,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. And then if you imagine the kids as well, the grandkids, you know, they might end up accidentally doing that as well. Because it's all about safety. So if genetically we're wired to be with someone who's abusive or someone who puts us in our place or someone who doesn't treat us well and that is our normal,
you don't know any different.
you don't know any different. That's why I'm liking listening to those, you know, the Gottman technique. You know, so that's the guy who, the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse dude.
Oh, okay.
So sort of developed a counselling process around this where he considers there's like 4 horsemen, and I can't remember what they are. 2 of them are like contempt and criticism. Stonewalling's another one. So there's 3 out of 4 of them. Anyway, so there's 4 of them. And he does a cute little 2-minute video that describes them. And if partners aren't even, then pretty much they can pick whether or not a marriage won't make it. Because if it's not, because it doesn't matter if people argue, if both of them enjoy a good argument and it's even.
Yeah.
And so a lot of it's very much about, you know, what we enjoy as human beings.
Yeah.
But if we always feel condemned or criticised or...
Well, I really, whatever he said went. You know, I just suppressed whatever I thought. Yeah. So.
And these days you're making yourself little goals all the time, which I'm loving.
Yeah.
You're creating your world.
Yeah.
It's so good.
This was the best investment I ever made, I reckon. I did have one day last week was 9/8. I think it might have been Sunday. Yeah, I had breakfast with a friend, and then I came home and really didn't want to do anything.
Yeah.
I went and had a nap, and that didn't sort of sort it out. And then I started cleaning stuff up, tidying stuff up, and well, that's just sitting there, and I'm thinking, well, time's passing by, but and I really didn't want to go for another walk, so.
I remember getting home from, I was out with friends and went back to Mark's place afterwards, and he looked at his watch and he was just under 10,000. So we all went round and round in the kitchen for like 20 minutes until we hit the number.
But it's usually if I'm 11/9 something and I want to make the 12, I'll go from the bedroom to the lounge room around the kitchen. Back. There yet? No.
Round we go.
Otherwise I'll do the steps, but if I don't really feel like the steps, that's a little bit more energy.
Yeah, it is. So these little ones about the family genetic karma linked in with the throat chakra. So once again, not being able to speak up. Yeah. So I think there's another layer of that though. So the hindwards, the throat, bridles. Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with thyroid though, has it?
It can mess with the thyroid because energy can mess with the body and vice versa. Your body can affect with, Well, let's have a play. So I'm going to do this muscle test, which is a thyroid test. So hold back. Hold back. Okay. So let's ask in relation to optimal TSH. Hold back. Actually, before we do that, minus all your supplements.
Oh, slipping a little bit.
No, but just generally minus all your supplements. Okay, so thyroid, hold back, hold back. Optimal TSH, hold back, hold back. Conversion of T4 to T3, hold back. Oh wow, okay, hold back. So, conversion of T4 to T3. About 20% of women don't have the genetic ability to convert T4 to T3 easily without all of the mineralization. So the stuff that like, minerals and stuff. So it's things like iodine and selenium and zinc and manganese and magnesium and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, see, I haven't been taking that on.
No, but green
That'd
leafy.
be about that's probably about 4 or 5 days.
Okay. Conversion of T4 to T3. Hold that. Hold that. Beautiful. Let's ask in relation to any and all reverse T3. Hold that. Hold that. No, that one's okay. What about any and all thyroid antibodies? Hold that. Hold that. So really a little bit of conversion issue, but other than that, your
Yeah,
thyroid's
fine.
doing pretty well.
Good.
Yeah. But let's just ask in relation to so when you have a big emotional these days, is there a trigger or is it just it comes out of the blue?
Comes out of the blue, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's just ask in relation to emotional triggers. And hold back. Yeah, right. There goes the thyroid.
Okay.
Hold back. Right. Really? Oh, but there's nothing there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, right. So that's that hole. Your adrenals are up. Thyroid shuts down.
Okay.
So once again, it's about getting it back into balance as quickly as possible, which is what your exercise does with your dopamine and your feel-good hormones. It's what a bottle of plonk does. No, only joking.
I bought some the other day.
Oh, what'd you get?
Just rosé.
Oh yeah, lovely. Love a rosé. And hold.
I had to put it in the fridge. Could have had it.
Emotional triggers. There is ice.
Oh, there is two.
Emotional trigger. And hold. And hold. Emotional triggers T4 to T3. Hold. Interesting. Hold that.
It's all the emotional sort of stuff still, isn't it?
Interesting. Hey, you take 42 years worth of fat off your body. Amazing.
Yes, I'm so happy. That's where I got so grumpy at Christmas time when I wasn't drinking, I was just eating,
Yeah.
and the weight went on, and
Yeah.
But that was the biggest eye opener.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Yeah, and how easy is it to get thirst and hunger mixed up?
Yeah.
When we're not drinking enough water.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, emotional triggers, T4 to T3. Hold that.
Because really, food
Hold that.
we've always taken as comfort food.
Oh, yeah.
Comfort.
Yeah.
So when you want comfort, why would you have a drink of water?
Yeah.
So,
Yes. Emotional triggers. Reverse T3. Hold that. Hold that. Reverse T3. Thyroid antibodies. Sorry. Emotional triggers. Thyroid antibodies. Hold that. Oh, how fascinating. Hold back. So that is the immune system attacking your thyroid when you have emotional triggers.
yeah.
And for you, that is probably because your naughties, you know, because it's often like with Hashimoto's and Graves' disease, the thyroid autoimmune diseases, it's the four biggest things that the immune system doesn't like when our thyroid's playing up are gluten, dairy, non-genetic, GMO soy, and caged eggs. They're like the four biggest ones.
Okay.
So you can imagine if you're eating out at a coffee shop and just having your latte, it's not going to be great milk.
Yeah.
You know, it'll be homogenised and pasteurised. You know, if you have like a
Yeah,
little
but then
cake, it'll be
then I
normal
go
gluten.
for the biscuit and
I was going to say, you know,
and
and then it's the naughty, yeah,
ice cream.
yeah. Oh, right.
So the ice cream is still like, I wanted an ice cream right or wrong yesterday,
Yep.
and the only thing that stopped me was the fast.
We got
Because
some.
if I went and had that ice cream, then I'd have to keep going. I'd have to go and do another 72.
National triggers, thyroid antibodies. Check the immune system as well. Okay. So the first one was the thyroid. This is the immune system. So Vicky's and ice cream, huh?
I'm off pizzas now.
Yep.
Would
It's
you
not
get
worth
thank
it.
you for a pizza?
Yeah.
Because when I first went on to HCG, my fat days would be pizza and ice cream.
Yeah, right.
Lots, yeah, other food, but lots of that. Because I wasn't going to have it for 6 weeks, so, or really 12 weeks.
Yeah.
I still like the occasional bread,
Yeah.
and I'll go to Woolies or Coles, and they've got that Kalamantra olive bread.
Right.
If it's on special, I can have it.
Yeah.
I will not pay full price for it because I'm not meant to have it.
Mm-hmm. Emotional triggers, thyroid antibodies. Beautiful.
So that means it's going to be reversed now.
It means that we're telling the body how to deal with it under stress.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, emotional triggers. Let's go check your major organs. Small intestine. Okay, interesting. So the muscle is this little guy. So just lift. Hold up for me. Really? Hold up? No. And hold up? No. So small intestines.
hard.
Yeah, so small intestines, 90% of the immune system's in the small intestines.
Okay.
We make like 90 to 95% of our serotonin in the small intestines.
Okay.
Of course, when we're eating badly, most bad food doesn't get digested in the stomach. The stomach's about protein.
Yes.
So when we're eating bad food, it puts pressure on the small intestines, makes it overwork. And then the pancreas can overwork, the liver gallbladder has to overwork. Sort of happens, huge amount in the small intestines.
That's why it all goes to the middle when you're really bad.
30 foot long,
Yeah.
it does a lot of work,
Yeah.
the small intestines. And then, and also from an emotional perspective, the small intestines is that fire element, so it's about love, joy, hate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorrow and sadness, nervousness, feeling discouraged. Okay, so just a few little bits and pieces. Release, release, release. $9.99, $9.99, $9.99.
Yes.
Liver. Okay, so liver.
I
So
thought the liver
relation-
was going to be good today.
No, this is the emotional triggers,
the
very
emotional.
specifically. And I'm going back, beautiful. Hold up, I'm going down, beautiful. Hold, I'm going back, beautiful. Hold up, I'm going down. That one is the liver not coping with stress hormones.
Okay.
That's the only one.
Okay.
The one. And that's the one that releases that fibre and the sticky stuff into the bloodstream, so then it makes us tired, so then we feel like we need the sugar to give us ourselves a pick-me-up.
That's right. Yes.
And again, hold, beautiful. Short triggers. Pancreas, blood sugar. Okay. Hold in nice and strong. Yeah, wishka. Hold in nice and strong. Okay.
I'll try.
That's a deep held pattern, isn't it? And again, hold in, beautiful, and hold in, lovely. Emotional triggers. Oh, a little bit of kidneys. Okay, but kidneys, adrenals sit on top of the kidneys, so it can be the whole fear, threat, danger, anxiety sort of thing. But it can also be when we're getting emotionally triggered, it releases the stress hormones like cortisol, adrenaline, noradrenaline. They can make the body acidic, and then that puts pressure on the kidneys as well. That's why we've got to drink more water when we're stressed. Like you say,
Would you be better off drinking like the apple cider vinegar?
absolutely.
And the lemon?
If your body copes with apple cider vinegar and lemon juice, definitely. And hold up. And hold up. No. Hold up. Hold up. Beautiful. Definitely. Cool.
So I'm trying to have lemon juice in the morning and apple cider vinegar at night.
Nice.
Um,
It's feeling good?
yeah, we've lost a bit this week.
Okay, that's okay.
Because they don't affect the fast at all. Anyway,
No,
do
they don't. I was on some website, maybe it was Dr. Joseph McCullough. He talks often about the HIIT, H-I-I-T, you know, the high intensity interval training.
Mhm.
And he talks about keto a lot. You know, he's
Okay.
big into the keto. And one of his headlines in his newsletter is body hacks, which I sort of thought was interesting. And I went in and had a look, and you know, just the sort of things to get us, you know, kick-started into different things we need to change.
Mm.
Emotional triggers.
They're putting on another
Oh,
aqua on a
Oh.
Thursday night, yeah.
yeah, right.
So
Oh.
if I'm home early enough, I can do it.
Cool. What time is it?
6.
Oh, yep.
Just traffic.
Yeah. It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, let me check the psychoneural processes again. Now they're showing up as clear. Very nice. Good. Excellent. Double check our survivals, our adrenals, hold. Survival. Deep survival. Hidden deep survival. Yay! Good stuff. Wow, who knew? So good thinking about the thyroid during that.
Mm.
Because, you know, we were doing the throat chakra there, which took me off
Yeah.
onto that whole tangent about
Yeah.
thyroid and immunity. But Yeah,
Because
it's,
it's the iodine I'm having.
yeah,
So,
Yeah.
as I said, just,
mm,
I know I was coming home from swimming and having it straight away, and yeah, just lost it.
yeah.
It's all right.
Good job. Well
Yes,
done.
thank you,
Love your
thank
work.
you, thank you. Yes.
Yay! Aren't you proud of her? Isn't she doing well? Yay.
Thank you.
Take care, everyone.
Okay, bye.